Hey, you got a problem? No, I'm serious, man. You got a problem? I want to know what your problem is. Like, seriously, I actually do want to know what your problem is. When was the last time you asked this in a polite way of your audience? Never? And if that's the answer, well, that might be the reason your content isn't getting traction or engagement. You see, your business exists to solve a problem. And your marketing, and by this I mean your social media posts, your emails, your website, your freebies, everything that you do to invite, nurture people into your community, it all exists to let people know that you're someone who can solve their problem. And this is where a lot of coaches, healers, transformational consultants, spiritual entrepreneurs go wrong because they confuse problem with diagnosis, solution, or sometimes even the outcome that people get from working with them instead of like the real reason that people come to them in the first place. Now, if you're not sure what the difference of any of this is, or even if you think you know, I want you to stick around because in this video, you're going to be able to learn what a real problem is and how to discern that from a diagnosis, a solution or a methodology, and an outcome, and how to use all of this to attract more of the people who desperately need your help. Hi, my name's June Morrow, and I help emerging coaches and transformational consultants step out of isolation and into more authentic connections with messaging that inspires them and their ideal audiences. And if this is you and you're struggling with finding clients, I encourage you to download my free training below, How to Find Clients When Social Media Isn't Doing It For You. So, quick question. What was the last thing you ate? For me, it was a handful of chocolate-covered almonds. And why did I eat these chocolate-covered almonds? Well, because they tasted good. But if I'm really honest with myself, I also ate them because it's mid-afternoon, I'm feeling a little bit lethargic, and I wanted a quick energy boost. So I reached for some sugar. So in doing so, I was motivated by two things. One, to feel pleasure. The almonds taste delicious. Chocolate creates endorphins in the brain. And two, to avoid pain, right? In this case, my mid-afternoon slump and my fears about not getting my goals achieved for the day. So I'm going to guess that whatever you ate last stemmed from similar motivations, to feel pleasure and avoid or alleviate pain, even if you ate because you're hungry, because hunger is a form of pain. But it's not just food that we imbibe to avoid pain and gain pleasure. Basically, everything that humans do come from these two objectives. And this goes for your audience too, right? Your audience, your ideal clients, they want to avoid pain. They want to stop whatever they're suffering from and obtain their desired outcomes to feel pleasure. But here's the thing. Of those two things, avoiding pain is the stronger motivator. Avoiding pain trumps pleasure. And if you don't believe me, I want you to think about this. Think about that last thing you ate. So good, right? If it was covered in ants, would you eat it, even if you were hungry? No, because the thought of eating insects, for most of us, is more painful than the pleasure of enjoying our food. Avoiding pain trumps pleasure. And this is why it's so important to know your audience's problems and to consistently talk about them. In fact, to lead with them. So your problem is where the pain is for your clients, and it's what makes them pay attention to what you do. And as I said before, it's also where a lot of coaches go wrong in their marketing, messaging, and communications because they confuse the diagnosis or their solution with the outcome or the problem. So to explain the difference between problem, diagnosis, solution, and outcome, let's use the example of a relationship coach. A relationship coach who works with couples who feel unappreciated by each other. So in this case, the problem is the reason the couples seek this coach's help. They feel unappreciated. They might do something nice for the other, but they don't feel like they get that hug or that compliment or that validation that they thought they would get by doing that thing. And the outcome that they want is a happy, harmonious relationship, right? They want to feel loved, they want to feel desired, they want to feel cherished and well appreciated. So working with the couple, the coach listens to them and asks them some diagnostic questions and realizes that the reason they feel unappreciated, the underlying reason is because they show their appreciation in different ways, right? His diagnosis or her diagnosis is they speak different love languages. And the solution or methodology the coach uses to help them achieve their goal, to reconnect, is to teach them to speak each other's love languages. Now, in her marketing, this coach could lead with her diagnosis or her methodology and focus on messaging like, I help couples learn love languages. And this is something a lot of coaches do, and it often doesn't work because their audience doesn't know yet that that's what they need. They haven't diagnosed their problems. They're not at that level. They only know, in the case of our couples, that they feel unappreciated, that they're trying really hard and they're just not feeling it in the relationship. Now, a relationship coach could also lead with the outcome. Have a happy marriage. And this is okay because that's what the client wants, right? It says what their desired outcome is. But what's really going to land the strongest is for her to lead her messaging with the problem. Feeling unappreciated by your spouse. Nothing you do gets the reaction you want, right? This is going to land emotionally with people who are struggling with the problem because it's exactly what they're going through. It's going to make them stand up and take notice and go, wow, that's me, and want to know more. Remember, pain registers more strongly than pleasure. So to recap, the problem is how your audience describes the things they believe are causing their suffering. The diagnosis is what you as the expert know is causing their pain or their suffering. The methodology or solution is how you alleviate the suffering. It's your process. And then the outcome is what their life looks like at the end of the day. So David Ogilvy, who is sometimes called the father of modern advertising, once said, when you advertise fire extinguishers, open with fires, right? So in your messaging, lead with the pain and the problem, followed by the outcome, then talk about the diagnosis, followed by the methodology. Doing this puts the client's needs first. It helps people see themselves in what you do and see you as someone who gets them and can help them achieve what they want. Of course, the ideal way to understand your client's problems is to actually talk to them. And this is something we go deep into in the Authentic Messaging Academy. If you want to know more about that, you can check out the link below. So I would love to hear what your problems are with marketing. Where are you struggling? What do you hate about marketing? What is as painful as ants on your chocolate-covered almonds to you when it comes to marketing? Put your answer in the comments below, and perhaps I will do a video to help you alleviate that pain. If you found this video helpful, I would love it for you to hit that like button. And if you aren't already subscribed, please do so now so you'll get more practical, spiritual, and other ways to connect with your ideal clients in your coaching, spiritual consulting, or other transformational practice. You got this.